So here's a quick lesson on how to use this really cool tool called a finger spacer. Some of you received this in your NTI bag. If you did not receive that, that means that either your student doesn't have writing goals or your student does better just using their finger. Sometimes if we have some difficulties with motor skills, this can be hard to use when you're also using a pencil and a pencil grip and lots of different things. So your student might do better just using their finger to space words. But we're going to practice how to use that finger spacer today, just so you know what that should look like. So I'm going to show you really quickly. There we go, sorry about that. Just trying to be fancy with it. So your student has used these in the resource room, so they know how to use them already. But let me show you in practice. So when we write sentences, one really important thing that we teach our kindergartners is to put spaces between words. This makes our sentence look nice and neat and makes it easy to read for others. So we write our first word, I, then we take our finger spacer and we put it right up next to it, and we start our next word, C, and then we take our finger space, move it over to the end of that word, A, and then we move our finger spacer over again. My handwriting doesn't look great because I'm just using one hand to hold the phone too. Dog. So we talk about that we have that finger space, I, C, A, dog. And that's how our spaces should look between each word. Sometimes our students get confused and you'll see them start to do this, and they'll start to write the word like C, and they'll go S, B, E, C. And so we really practice that finger spaces are only between words and not letters. So you might see your students start to do that at home. And so if you see that, just reinforce, oh, we don't need spaces between our letters, we just need spaces between our words. So there is how to use our finger spacer. This paper that I'm writing on is called adaptive paper. It has bumpy places on it, like here, so that students have a more defined place of where to write. And if anybody would like some of that, I can get you a few pages and drop that off when we do our second round of NTI paper drop-offs later in the month. So anyways, that's how to use our finger spacers. Bye.